Hi everyone, today we are diving into a powerful SQL Server feature called Contained Databases. If you ever moved a database from one server to another server and got error like login failed for user, you're not alone. In this video, you will learn what contained databases are, why we need them, what goes wrong without them, how to use them step by step. So now let's deep into it. What is contained databases? Let's start with an analogy. Imagine you are renting a house, but to enter the house, you need to first pass the neighborhood security gate. That is how traditional SQL Server works. The server login is needed before accessing any databases. A contained database, however, is like a house with its own key and gate. You don't need neighborhood security anymore. Your key, which is username and password, works directly on the house. In technically speaking, a contained database keeps its user inside something like collision setting. So when you move it to another server, everything still works. Now coming into login and users, so we have two things in SQL. One is login and another one is users. Login is server level. Users is DB level. First step is you need to create login and you need to map this login to DB and click OK. Then this login gets mapped to DB under users. For example, I'm creating login name is my and I'm giving access to DB. If you see users, that my login name will be displayed as a users. Users will be like database level, login will be like server level. Normally, logins must be mapped to users, but if the mapping breaks, your app or user can't log in. That's where contained users help. No server login is needed. So now going to my server, we are logging into default instance. The first step to enable contained databases like execute store procedure configure, which is contained database authentication. 1 is to enable, 0 is to disable. So now I'm executing. So contained database changed from 1 to 0. Same we need to do for this server as well. The second instance as well. You run execute. It will show configuration option contained database authentication change from 1 to 1. Run the reconfigure to install. So this is done. We enabled contained database on default instance and the named instance. So now what happens if contained database is not there? So now we are creating one login. So create login my users with password equal to first I'm creating a login. Sorry, I'm creating my users one. Okay. It's not complex. $1 2 3 4 $1 2 3. It is done. Now I'm creating one database called my app. And then you need to go to my app now and execute. So creating user my users one for login my users one, and you are giving access to my users one. Here what it is doing, create username for login my user one. This my user, I am giving username to be created with same name under database, and for my user I am giving read access. So if I am executing, it will execute. Now for just thing, so I am creating one table called rack and I am inserting record. That's it, one row affected. So if I go to my app, my app, uh, refresh my app tables, you will be able to see rack. Now what we are doing, we are taking backup of this one. Right click, task, backup. See MS SQL my app.bak, click OK. So 100% completed. The backup of database my app completed successfully. Now you go to secondary thing, restore database, and click on date device, three dots, add, go to MS SQL backup my app, click OK, click OK. Options, nothing. So click OK again. So restore is completed. Now if I refresh, see here my app is completed. Now I am trying to log in with this username password. My sac my users one password is 1234 $123 and trust certificate connect. You will see login failed for user. Why? Because here my app security users, my users one is created under database but not in under logins. So to check this, close this, and here comes our orphan user fixer. So this issue is called orphan user. This is the important interview question. So to check orphan user, sp underscore change underscore users underscore login space at action equal to report execute. See here my users one is showing as a orphan user. To fix this orphan user, you need to do this. Execute sp change user login, and you need to do auto underscore fix auto underscore fix comma, what is the username, my users one, my users one comma null comma your password. And you are running this one. It shows conflict. The row of user will be fixed by updating its link. Updating users one. Okay, the number of orphan is fixed by adding new login. Then updating user was one. So again you are running this one. Check. Now our this one is fixed. Orphan user. Now try connecting my users. My users one paste connect. There is an issue. Error you are getting. It is share there. SQL error logs and password did not match. Okay, I copied this one also. Okay, 1 2 3 copy. My users one and will get paste connect. Now it is connected. This is what if database not there in contained database, if it is a normal. So you have created a database here in default instance, then you moved that to named instance and you are facing login failed. After restoring, you are trying to connect with my user login, you are facing login failed. When we checked with this report, we found orphaned user. Orphaned user is nothing but DB users are there under database but not under login. That is for orphan user. So to fix that orphan user, you need to execute this one with auto fix and you need to give the username and you need to give the password. If you are giving, so it will create this user under login. Now after fixing that, we are able to connect the instance using my users one. Now we are going with contained databases. So for contained databases, again go to new query. This we can close it. Here itself I created query. So create database contained app and containment equal to partial. Click on execute. It is executed. Now inside the contained app, I am creating create user my users 2 with password and I'm giving role data reader role to my users 2. And for that you need to go to contained app. Now you execute. So this my users 2 is created. Now I refresh this one. So contained app is there. Under security users, you can see my users 2 is there. Now we are taking backup. Right click, task, backup, my contained app.bak. Click OK. So backup is completed. Now we are restoring. So right click, restore database, device, this 3 dots, add, go to MS SQL, backup, contained app, click OK, and click OK. What is the error we are facing? And database must be set to 1. Okay, You need to reconfigure to set value in one. Okay, let click on new query, go to here, copy this. I think we already did. Paste it here, execute. Configuration option contained database changed from 0 to 1. So now it is done. So close it again. No. Again go to here, expand this, just change again, give, okay, copy paste this, or again close this, databases, restore database, click on device, again three dots, add MS SQL, backup, contained app.bak, okay, okay again okay. So 100% completed. Now if you go expand this one, store security users, and you will able to see my user too. So in this, click on new query and check select name name from sys dot databases. So now here comma containment description. So if you execute, it will show master is none and containment app is a partial one. So you got to know that containment app is partial and it is enabled. Remaining all is not enabled. Even my app is not a contained DB, it is a normal DB. Now we'll check connecting. Wait a second. Now we created, right? So now refresh it. This also minimize. Now we are giving this one. So on contained app password 123. So this one we are giving plus dollar 140. And go to connection properties and you are giving this database name contained app. Then only it will connect to the database. Otherwise it will not. Click on connect. See here. It is contained my users too and contained app it is created. Databases if you expand. So you will able to connect databases. So without login, it's like Azure or AWS. So there you will be Azure Pass. You can say Azure Pass. It is similar to Azure Pass. So you have connected directly without login itself. Now you understood the difference between non-contained databases versus contained databases. If it is non-contained databases, during restoration you need to do proper login everything, and we need to do, even though in some scenarios you will able to get what to say, you will able to see issues, this orphan users issue, so you need to fix it. So we can check a contained users list. Okay, like select name from sys dot data database underscore principles. Over here, just take to name, comma, type description, comma, authentication type, execute. You will able to see these are the users there. So here we are giving where type equal to yes, execute. So these are the contained users. Now we'll check any active connections. So select from sys.dm underscore execute underscore connections. What you need, select session ID, and not connection, it is sessions database ID, login name. We'll run this, execute, join, and we can go with second. You copy, paste it, sessions where database ID equal to DBID of database name contained app, execute, showing 51.6 my user 2, same only. It will show entire active. This one it will show under contained DB. So real-time use cases where they will use, right, like SaaS apps with customer DBs, multi-tenant environments, automating DB migrations, disaster recovery and testing, and to avoid orphan users logins. So these are the things will be there. To again to disable, so you go to here, instead of 1 you make 0, this contain DB will be disabled. Before doing this you need to drop database, drop logins, so those steps you need to do. So without contain DB there is like comparison we can do. So login required on server, for contain DB no required, without contain DB it is required. Orphan user fixture for contain DB no, not required, without contain DB it is required. And migration friendly it is yes. So that's all about contained databases versus non-contained databases. You got to know about why they exist, when to use them, how to configure them, confidentiality. Thank you.